40 fights under his belt, Johnny. One of my favourite.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the semi-main event of the evening. This fight is proudly brought to you by the Souvlaki Hut. It'll be fought under full Thai rules. 71 kilo weight division, 5 by 3 minute rounds. Your referee in charge, Mr. Brian Murphy. Firstly, to my left in the blue corner, representing New Zealand, trained by Jason Suddy at the Elite Thai Kickboxing Gym in New Zealand. Last night of the weigh-in, he came in at 72.7 kilograms. He hails from Mangere in New Zealand, wearing white shorts with electric emblazoned across the front. Fight record of 35 fights, 24 wins, 2 draws, 7 by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, Edwin, Samy. And now to my right in the red corner, representing Australia, trained by Arslan Magomedov at the Scorpion Gymnasium. He weighed at 71.5 kilograms. He hails from Carrara, wearing black tie shorts with yellow and white piping. He is the current WMC Australian Muay Thai champion. He is also the WKN Australian Muay Thai champion. Fight record, 40 fights, 34 wins, 22 fights won by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Sebastian.
Johnny, it's 1-1 at the moment. Souvlaki Hut sponsoring.
Fighters to centre ring.
This semi-main event, Frankie Giorgi taking on Electric Edwin Samy. Electric Edwin Samy, mate, been around for a long time.
You both know the rules. All I ask for a good, clean fight, okay? When I say break, I want good, clean, even breaks. Defend yourself at all times. Good luck.
Not sure where Electric Edwin Samy's originally from, mate. He doesn't look like a Kiwi to me, but he's been based over in New Zealand for a long time. And, mate, he's as tough as they come out of New Zealand. He's very hard to put away. 35 fights, 24 wins with Frankie Giorgi, the current WMC and WKN Australian champion. He just recently defeated Dusan Selva on Darren Kurovic's domination show over in Perth on the undercard of the John Wayne Parr World title fight, so he's on a bit of a roll at the moment, Frankie Giorgi.
Yeah, Edwin Samy opening up with an attempted spinning back fist, which is quite unusual early on in the 5-round war. We would expect from both these fighters.
Yeah, one thing you'll see with Frankie Giorgi, Johnny, he loads up with absolutely every shot, and we've seen him demolish his opponents. And he's had 34 wins, 22 by KO, so that's a decent knockout percentage ratio.
Yeah, look, I haven't met Edwin Samy personally, but Frankie Giorgi I've had the pleasure of talking to on a number of occasions, and you wouldn't meet quite a nicer guy outside the ring. Very softly spoken, but come centre ring time, it's a completely different persona. He's very focused and just looking to put the lights out on his opponent.
Yeah, he's very snappy with all of his combinations, John. We're already seeing that here in this first round. This one's 5 3-minute rounds, full title rules, sponsored by the Souvlaki Hut. Just very crisp, Frankie is. Edwin looking, without trying to be too unkind to him, just looking a little bit on the, I suppose he's not as lean as Frankie, shall we say, Johnny, in the conditioning stakes.
Yeah, well, not really sure what Edwin weighed in at, but he's probably put on a couple of kilos now come fight time, which is not uncommon, Johnny. We know that John Wayne Parr, in particular, between weigh-in and fight time can put on anywhere up to 10 kilograms, which never ceases to amaze me. But
yeah, I just got a funny feeling, though, that Edwin could probably fight a little bit lighter than the 71, but having said that, he's been around for a long time, 35 fights. But I reckon his shins might be a little bit banged up looking at the guards that he's got on. He's got a couple of ankle guards taped right up on his right shin specifically, with a fair bit of padding underneath that. Frankie Giorgi just unloading on that leg of his in there, but switching between southpaw and orthodox stance.
attempted catch and sweep there by Frank. Work follows up with a knee, but Edwin just drops Frankie onto his backside.
Frankie's work rate always right up there. Murphy with one just there as he was getting out of the way.
Yeah, big right roundhouse kick there by Edwin, looking to take Frankie's head off, just missing the mark.
Gotta love the Murphy centering. Just love the way he referees. Probably recognised as being the best Muay Thai referee in the country.
That's the end of round number
absolutely.
one.
And, was
Edwin,
a great fighter
Samy,
in his
Frank
day
Giorgi.
too, the headhunter Brian Murphy.
Proudly brought to you by Souvlaki Hut.
So round 2, 5 3-minute rounds, full Thai rules.
Round 2.
Third fight of Australia versus New Zealand, and it's 1-1. So Frankie Giorgi, we're looking good to bring this one home. Frankie reminds me, like 71 kilo fighter, reminds me a lot of the lighter guys. He's just so quick and snappy with his techniques. Wouldn't mind seeing Frankie have a crack at the likes of Eli or the Preacher even.
Well, I'm pretty sure that would be on his agenda in the near future. Frank being a bit busier of late than we've seen him, perhaps in the last 6 or 12 months, being quite active, and we've seen him fighting over in Perth as well. And on the kickboxer forums, Richard Recker Walsh putting it out there that Frank is looking to have a very busy 2010.
Edwin Samy just trying to wrap one around Frank's neck and just graze the top of his head.
Good punches there by Frankie Giorgi, working the body and then going upstairs. And now attempting a crossing and upward elbow. Oh, it's an elbow combination, Johnny.
Yeah, he had the crossing and then the upper elbow, John, but it's another step up elbow there.
Yeah, just poking that teep into Edwin to keep him at range.
But I'll tell you what, Edwin's already shown that he's happy to trade backwards, and Frank's got to keep his wits about him.
Once again, Edwin attempting that spinning back fist, just pulling back on that one. But he was looking to line him up.
He was, but Frank was well out of the way, but that's why Edwin didn't let go. See Arslan there, very vocal on ringside there, calling out to his charge of Frankie Giorgi.
Big looping right hand there by Edwin. Frank just keeping a pretty low guard, Johnny. Which, in contrast to Edwin, who's keeping a very nice tight defensive guard. But as Frank tries to work the body, then upstairs.
Yeah, good observation there, Johnny. Edwin keeping his guard up nice and tight as Frank's coming in. Just the work rate for Frank is just sensational. Just always doing something. But I tell you, I take nothing away from Electric Edwin Samy. He's not setting the place on fire at the moment, but he's when you just think that Frankie's going to unload, Edwin comes back to something of his own.
Attempted step up elbow there from Frankie, so he's not holding back at all. He's looking for a knockout technique. As we know, Johnny, it only takes one good elbow to hit the mark and it's lights out.
The third round of Australia versus New Zealand. 1-1 at the moment. Boom Boom takes on JWP, our 6-time world champion. The Preacher versus Eli. Tomahawk Thompson takes on Sing Sari, the person he beat last year at the Eruption Super 8 final. Daddy Cool. Triple D takes on Chad the Stalker Walker. Get your tickets at Ticketek. Round 3.
There in the corner of Lecture, Edwin Samy telling his charge to really lift his game. Frank's been a lot busier.
Yeah, I think Edward would really need to step up the pace because Frankie's just a phenomenal work rate so far. Whether it be punches, kicks, attempted elbow strikes, as you said, Johnny, he just never an idle moment for him in centre ring. So round 3 of 5, proudly brought to you by Souvlaki Hut.
Tell you what, mate, we've had the Italians and now we've got the Greeks sponsoring these fights.
Well, that's what we want to see. It's a multicultural sponsorship. fighters, trainers, whatever. That's Australia for you, Johnny. And it all makes for a very interesting and entertaining fight scene.
Speaking of multicultural, you can see the waistband around Frankie's shorts is the red, white and green, John. Showing the Italian heritage of Frank Sebastian or Frank Giorgi. Just really low. We've said it before, just his work rate is just relentless. Oh, good step up knee there from electric Edwin Samy. I'll tell you what, as I said, he's not looking as conditioned as Frankie, but he's on the front foot at the moment.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a height advantage, and that was probably the first example so far in this fight of Edwin really using it.
And fighting out of southpaw at the moment. So, he's switching it up, really making Frankie think about what he's got to do.
Yeah, good step up knee there from Frankie. Follows up with a nice straight right to the midsection. Yeah, this is good work by Frank, working his punches both upstairs and downstairs.
Murph really not having much to do with his fight, just sort of standing back and enjoying it there in the centre ring.
Yeah, attempted step jumping knee there from Edwin Samy, and Frank just rolled him over.
And look, you don't see a lot of fighters do that when they catch a kick. That's a good technique to use. Just roll yourself to the side, and it really takes your opponent off balance. I'll tell you what, Edwin's really starting to load up, fighting back out of orthodox stance again. I reckon he just switched to southpaw just before, just to give that lead leg of his a bit of a break, because Frank's just been peppering away at it.
Yeah, nice flashy spinning back kick there from Edwin Samy. Unfortunately, just missed a mark. Perhaps he might want to try that technique and aim for the midsection rather than the head.
It looked like a couple of seconds ago he was looking like he wanted to set up with another spinning back fist, but Frank was just backing off a bit, so he didn't unleash it. Listen, John, Frank's hands at times drop dangerously low. Oh, massive elbow from Frank, that just missed the mark. And there you go, right on the bell, a bit of Frankie Giorgi there just doing the splits, and Edwin just unleashing a knee right on the bell.
Yeah, good flexibility there from Frank to do the splits
Round
at the
4.
end of that round.
Well, he figured if the V dance girls could do the splits in centre rings, he was going to show them how he could do it as well. But no disrespect to Frank, I'd rather see the V girls doing the splits in centre ring. Again, just Frank just working the high kicks, as you said, the low kicks, both sides. Just super quick with his reflexes.
Once again, this semi-main event, Australia versus New Zealand, proudly brought to you by Souvlaki Hut. There goes Edwin once again with that attempted spinning back fist.
Oh, nice, good short crossing elbow there from Frank. And
Frank onto him with a right round kick as he now follows up, punches to the body, round kick, teep. Good work by Frank. Step up knee.
He's been busy in those few seconds there, John. That elbow, I think it sort of dazed Edwin just for the second. He went down, he got up, he looked at Murph, and Frank was just launching it again with another high kick.
Big looping right hand by Frank. But look at how he just uses that short teep to just poke Edwin and keep him away every time Edwin tries to move in on him.
But that's just a testament to how quick Frank is on his toes, and his reaction times, there's nothing in it. He's just so quick. When he unloads a kick, just like that one, it comes out of nowhere. And as you said, Johnny, when he's using that teep, someone's walking, or Edwin's walking in at him, he just teeps him away.
He's basically using that short teep just like a jab, which we don't see that often, but it's a great technique, working well for Frankie so far in this fight.
It's almost like Frankie's been drinking the V out the back, mate. He's almost hyperactive there in centre ring.
Yeah, not flat-footed at all, always on the balls of his feet. This is a great technical fight by Frank Giorgi. Once again, puts that teep straight into the midsection of Edwin Samy.
Full credit to Edwin, Frank's thrown absolutely everything at him, and she said Frank's won 22 of his 34 fights by knockout, and no sign of anything at this stage taking electric Edwin Samy out.
Good step up knee once again by Frank Giorgi, follows up, round kick to the rib cage. Perhaps he's wondering what has he got to do to really rock Edwin Samy.
And Jason Suddy very vocal in the corner. just settling Electric Edwin Samy just to keep going.
30 seconds remaining in round number 4.
It's just hard to know where Frank's coming from, you know. It looked like he was setting up from the hands there, and unleashed just another low kick.
But he does fire his techniques at a very rapid rate, John. Well spotted.
I'll tell you what, just there, Edwin had Frankie locked up in his own corner, just unleashed a couple on him, a couple of unanswered shots.
Good work by Edwin to get out of the red corner.
That's the end of round number 4.
Preparing to unload on him once again.
What an exciting round of Muay Thai action. Frankie Sebastian, Edwin Samy. It'll come down to the final round. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, the bar shuts at midnight. You've got 20 minutes of drinking time left. Seconds out.
Yeah, I got the move, just telling the boys, seconds out, 5th and final round. Semi-main event, Souvlaki Hut sponsored final round.
Fighters touch gloves. This is the 5th and final round.
Both boys just sort of standing back looking at the move as if to say, can we start? But the bell hadn't gone at that stage. But, again, just super impressed with Frankie Giorgi. He just loads up with every single shot.
Good strong low kicks to that lead leg of Edwin Samy. But really, Edwin needs to go for broke here in the final round. Frank will be well ahead on points. As Frank goes to work, doubling up on the left knees into the midsection, attempted crossing elbow. Now working the right knee, follows up with the left. This is fantastic. Great to watch.
Yeah, textbook work from Frankie Giorgi. But I'll tell you what, some of those elbows haven't quite found the range, but if they do, it'll be lights out to Electric Edwin Samy.
Interesting there, Frank caught that round kick, but didn't even attempt at all to try and sweep the supporting leg off Edwin.
And so a lot of young fighters want to sit back and just watch the work rate of Frankie Giorgi and the way that he uses all of his weapons. He's not stagnant. He's moving around all the time. He's using absolutely every technique that he's got, and he uses them with great effect.
Once again, Edwin attempting that spinning back fist, which he might as well leave that one at home. It hasn't worked for him so far, and he's not going to win the fight unless he connects really sweetly with one of those.
Yeah, and there's just no venom in it, John.
No.
He's basically just sort of rolling it around. It's giving Frankie just a chance to step back and evade it.
Yeah, it's almost telegraphed, and Frank can see it coming, and as we see Frank continue to pile the points onto the scorecard.
You know, we get guys like Michael Thompson, who's renowned for the spinning back fist and spinning back elbows and taking his opponents out. But at the moment, Frankie Giorgi just unloading on Edwin Samy. Frankie's leg goes out of the ring and he just pulls it back in to unleash a few more knees.
Steps back into the ring as he just goes to town on Edwin Samy with knees to the midsection.
A lot of those two are also catching Edwin on the gloves as well. And you can see, again, this is full credit to Edwin Samy just walking forward again. Frank's unleashed absolutely everything onto him.
Only 50 seconds remaining. Come on, let's bring this fight home.
And John Demicola just getting right behind the crowd who are getting behind Frankie.
Yeah, once again, nice step up knee from Frank Giorgi. As Edwin now just looking to put a couple of punches together as Frankie just leans back out of the way.
Yeah, really,
doesn't seem too troubled at all.
No, he doesn't look. He's in total control here in centre ring. But you know, having said that, Edwin's just got a big overhand right there. But Frank's work rate is relentless. His scoring shots are just, that'll get the fight home to him. Good crossing elbow there from Frank. One of the very few times the Murphs had to step into centre ring and break the boys up.
Looping right hand by Edwin.
Action-packed, John.
We await the judges' scorecards to get your winner.
This one will be going to the judges' scorecards, but
ladies and gentlemen, we've got to the judges' scorecards, and your winner by unanimous points, Team Australia, red corner, Frankie Sebastian. Takes the toll to 2-1. Australia's way. Comes down to the main event to see if New Zealand can score the ledger.